What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And we have some news to talk about today. Mike Hall, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. That's right. Smash that like button. For all the few that's on here, let's hit that like button. Halim Bostan, man like Kurt. Slotello presents. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Did you send me that from yesterday? Because I know we were talking about something. D-Town Blast is in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Kamal. What's up, brother? Omir. Rezuskas. #1. What's up? Watched you for years. Appreciate you, brother. Shelton Moore. What's going on? Counterpunch to you. Paul Hughes. Counterpunch. Halim. Boston. Once again. Andre Rodriguez. What's up? Counterpunch to you. Abayomi Utu from Ireland. Counterpunch to you. Salute to y'all. Must have forgot. Always in the building. JP. D 115 times. Soul Live. J Hef. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Jim Bob. Any new news? Yes, I do have some new news. How do you do, Big Kurt? I do well. You know, a few years ago, Eddie Hearn, a young, fresh British promoter, said that he would come over to the U.S. and take over. People thought it was bullshit. People thought, yeah, right, nobody wants to get with that cat. And I think it was already haters already put in place, set in place to be prepared for the niche, for the pitch of what not to do, what not to say, what not to agree to when Eddie Hearn came your way. Bars. But the DAZN app, the $1 billion budget that they once upon a time had to sign fighters, that was a big thing. You guys remember all that? If you don't know, this is the backstory to you, okay? I think that there was some haters towards Eddie Hearn. People didn't like him. People thought he was pompous. People thought he was arrogant. People thought that, oh, he couldn't do this, do that. But then slowly, people started coming abroad. Danny Jacobs, Demetrius Andrade, in time, Billy Joe Saunders, Anthony Joshua been there, then Alexander Usyk, Triple G. These guys started to come in there. Then later on, we had Mikey Garcia, that used to be with PBC. He fought Errol Spence on a PBC card, okay? Cisco Perez, Counterpunch to you. No filter boxing news. Big up Kurt each and every time. I heard that because of this damn Barry Hearn, because of his dad, Barry Hearn. Yeah, I didn't really know much about Barry Hearn. I mean, he was before my time as far as promotion. I really wasn't into the politics of boxing. I just watched it as a kid, okay? So I really wasn't, Floyd Mayweather has a grandchild. Oh, congratulations, Floyd. Floyd Money. Grandpa. They call me Grandpa TMT now. I'm still about millions. My money's gonna be old. Is the white hair on my nutsack? Mark Bardsley. Hey Kurt, how you doing? Salute from North Wales. Mark, salute to you. Eddie Hearn is the nuts. Okay. Taking over. Vic, Matchroom is killing it. So how much coke is Oscar De La Hoya is going at this time, I wonder. Snort. I can see Oscar though, man. Oscar's probably like, fucking Eddie Hearn. I would love to get him in the ring and fucking show him how a real promoter fucking works. He hasn't been a fighter. He doesn't know what this is about. I've been in the ring. I've took shit from Bob Arum to be where I'm at. I had Canelo. I almost had Manny until he beat my ass and made me retire. I wanted to fight Floyd again. He's a fucking bald-headed fucker. Fuck. Motherfucker. I bet you Oscar, he's all like, I want to thank everyone here for coming on to see this fight, for all the support. Um, he's always looking around and shit, like he's looking for the words to say and shit. You know, sniff, sniff. You know what I mean? Eddie Hearn, he's a fucking bastard. He's trying to take over all my people, even my Mexican people. Canelo's from Mexico. They belong to me. I will sue him like I did Al Heyman. I didn't win because remember Al Heyman came through the same shit. Speak Your Mind Sports. Counterpunch to you. What's up, brother? As a Syrian Cox, keeping it 100. Counterpunch for the UK. He hated in UK. Eddie Hearn, facts is he gets the fights done. He gets it or he tries. See, the whole thing is if you legitimately try to get the fights, that means you're attempting to do your job, meaning you're doing your job. So it's not all about, hey, yeah, I tried. I mean, and I failed. That means you're a failure. No, not if you're a promoter. If you're a promoter, you try to get the work for your fighter. It ain't like you're trying to bogart your fighter, sabotage your fighter, keep your fighter on ice for this particular guy based on a network because these particular promotional fighters fight on this network, so you don't want him fighting this guy over there, and you're in cahoots with the networks at that point. That's not cool. That's not how you do it. But Eddie Hearn tries to get the fights. He tries to get these fighters to come together and get this damn money and show the fans a good fight. It's simple as that, but the politics makes it damn near impossible. Damn near impossible. Once Matchroom contract with Sky Sports expires, Eddie and all his fighters are off to DAZN. I believe that, but it won't matter because see, they'll still need a network. So if all of them get exclusive, that's why, see, Joshua fights on DAZN, but he's not an exclusive fighter on DAZN. That's why he was able to fight like Klitschko or whatnot. That's why the negotiations with Wilder and Joshua was still bullshit because at the time, he's with Sky. Remember, he was with Sky. Sky Network, Matchroom Fighter, fights off on DAZN in America. Okay, so it's going to be a tricky thing. But that could be bad for us Americans. He's somewhere upset. Old Gonzo 20. Barry made the Matchroom, but Eddie taking it to another level. Got to give Eddie credit.
2017, Dean and coaches.
Tyson Fury will only win his first 3 rounds, and even though it will be dangerous for Tyson Fury, AJ can punch. Ndola, Zambia, Africa. Yeah, give credit where credit's due. No filter boxing. That's it. We got Canelo. I mean, who would have ever thought before this pandemic, like let's say this time last year, that Canelo will be signing with Eddie fucking Hearn? I mean, by a show of hands, by the show of yes or no, who thought this would be what it is now? DJ Anton, counterpunch to you. Ricky Torre, cool. Remember Blue Blood on alleged steroids for Tyson Fury turned out to be wrong, and Deontay passed the test, 32 mil, I don't think. Yeah, I remember that. They wanted that. They thought that was going to they were hoping that was going to be the case. But it's stupid to wish for somebody's downfall. That just shows you, you were looking and reaching that much. So if you know someone's already looking and reaching to hope someone fails a drug test because that fighter beat that ass too hard and too bad, that's sad. That just shows you, like you're already biased. You're just wishing the worst of that fighter. And they've been doing it ever since. Tyson beat the wrong fighter. That's all that is. Let's put it this way. If Anthony Joshua would have got his ass beat up by Tyson Fury like Deontay Wilder did, they would have had a fucking field day. You wouldn't have seen any glove gate. It could have been the same way. The gloves could have looked the same and all that. There wouldn't have been anything to look into because they wouldn't have gave a shit. The narrative would have been Anthony Joshua got destroyed by a pillow puncher, Tyson Fury. We told you he was chinny. We told you he was overhyped. We told you that Deontay Wilder was better. We told you that he ducked Deontay Wilder because he knew Deontay Wilder would have knocked him out, being that he got beat by Tyson Fury. Dude, don't even go there, dude. That's all it would have been. That's all it would have been. Let's hit that like button. Smash that like button. Barry Lee, what's up, brother, from Scotland? Ruiz should sign Ed with Eddie. What do you think, Kurt? Also, Rivas versus Wilder would be a great fight. It would. It would be a great fight because Rivas is very dangerous at any point in the fight, and so is Wilder. So you got two dangerous guys, but for different reasons. Well, Rivas can punch too. See, Rivas can get you out there and hurt you and then maul you. He's a short, stocky cat. He needs Mike Tyson. I need to talk to Oscar Rivas. Like, dude, get with Mike Tyson. Follow Mike around. Go to the fucking Tyson ranch. Hang out with Tyson and Showbiz and all those cats. Go do that. Learn some technique. Learn some technique that's going to benefit you in this heavyweight division, being the size that he is. That's what he needs to do. Let's hit that like button. But don't worry about Andy Ruiz, though. Because, see, the money follows. And, see, Andy knows more than anybody else. He's going to start questioning. He wants an Anthony Joshua fight, right? He doesn't care for, like, Wilder, really. You haven't heard Ruiz talk about Wilder lately, right? He hasn't talked about Wilder lately fighting Wilder. Hell, Chris Martin didn't even want to fight Wilder. You know what I'm saying? So, Ruiz's whole thing is getting those belts back. Forgets the names of his fighters mid-press conference. It's really sad to watch. Zaro's, I've seen him do that. Canelo will be taking on a tough young fighter by the name Erislandy Lara from Guantanamo. Yeah, he does that shit. I've called him too. You know, I mean, I do that too. I forget fighters. I mean, it just happens, you know. Fury can't handle combination punchers. Klitschko wasn't a combination puncher, and Wilder certainly wasn't. AJ beats him. Ooh, JP, look at you with that hardcore, confident counter punch from the back foot. Joe Joyce mistake. He contacted to Frank Warren 5 years. Yeah, that's fucked up. Because it's going to be, let's say if Tyson loses, well, that means all the belts are going to be in Matchroom. All the belts, all the money, all the fucking buzz is going to be with Matchroom. Think about it. What if AJ beats Fury? All the belts will be in Matchroom. All the heavyweight belts. You know, unless Joshua decides to throw him a bone, but I think he'll go out like Lennox Lewis. He'll just fight until he'll like, you know what, I'm going to retire or whatever. I've defended it against the top guys at the time, and then he's going to shut it down. And then all the belts are going to go back to their rightful owners, back to the sanctioning bodies. And at that time, then that's where we're going to have a new, then someone else has to pick them back up and be like Thanos, you know what I mean? Gather all of them back up again, like Anthony Joshua eventually did if he was the one to do it. American Patriot 1776. Counterpunch to you, brother. Alan Skill, counterpunch and blessings to you. You're a legend. Just come on. What did I miss? Oh, nothing. I just started. I've been on 14 minutes. Wilder is scared. Wilder is looking for a soft touch. My thing is, and this is what I heard. I'm going to do a video about it later, but I didn't like what Charles Martin said, and I'm going to say it to you guys first. I didn't like the idea that Charles Martin was like, well, I fucks with Wilder. I mean, that's my dude. It doesn't fit. I mean, but I know he tried to cover it up because maybe he was just like, you know how people say things and then they think about it? And then it's like, well, don't get me wrong, all that shit goes out the window when the fight gets signed or whatever, but I'm like, I just hope it's not a Malik Scott type of shit. I hope Charles Martin is about his business. I hope there's no funny business going on, because Malik Scott did some bullshit. It was some bullshit. After we know that fight was not what it was. That man, Wilder threw a left hook and a straight right, and the right missed him. He threw it and he caught him. He caught Malik Scott on the side of the head with the left hook. And then that was a arm punch that he threw. He didn't throw any body into it. He just threw it out like it was just an arm punch. Then he threw the straight right, and his guards were here. The straight right comes here and comes down and misses him. It didn't even connect. And then he goes down. And I'm like, this is fight choreography 101. Failed attempt. I know about fight choreography. I know a sold hit. It's called selling a hit. Okay, that's what happens. When you're fighting, you're doing fight choreography, you see where the camera is, you throw the punch, that person reacts to the punch, right? But it doesn't hit him. But from where the camera is, you can't tell if it hit him or not. That had different angles, so we can see the fucking punch not even landing. Not even landing. I just hope Charles Martin, because I know that's the past, but I just hope Charles Martin ain't one of them cats. Merle Dixon, what's up to all? Much love. Hit that like. Let's hit that like button. We got 100 people on here. Let's get 100 likes. Let's hit it. Crawford needs to get a fight deal with PBC, just like Canelo did with the Zone. Crawford needs to have it written in that one of the fighters will be Spence. That would be a good idea, but here's the thing. They're not going to sign that. I'm going to tell you why. Errol Spence will not fight Terrence Crawford because Al Haymon is not planning for that fight to be. That fight is just a dangerous fight for legacy. Al Haymon could give a shit about those belts. Al Haymon cares about his fighters and how much money that they make, and that money that they make are based off the fact that if they won or if they lost. If they do have a loss, that's a strike against the cash flow. You understand me? So if he signs Terrence Crawford to fight Errol Spence, plus that will fuck up the money for him possibly fighting Canelo. So Errol Spence is not going to sign that, and Al Haymon will not make him sign that, because as long as Canelo's winning and Canelo doesn't lose, they're going to try to bank on a big fight with Canelo and with DAZN. That's it. AJ will smoke Fury. He has too many angles. Catch yourself on, lad. Romel King, counterpunch to you, brother. Like Thanos, exactly. Thanos went around and fucking fought and killed everybody to get the stones, and he got them. And he snapped his finger and wiped out half of the freaking population of wherever, the universe. Kurt, what is the most frustrating boxing division? $147 because of the people. Michael Fuller, of course he took a dive. He took a dive in the Atlantic. You know, and then the way, and look, you got to look at a way a person gets up. If a punch just, because that punch didn't supposed to hurt him the way it hurt him. So if it hurt him like that, he should have been surprised that it hurt him like that. Him and Alexander Flores are hanging out somewhere talking about how do we get paid for doing very little work. Taking a dive. Cheers. Salute. They're saluting each other right now. AJ has a harder punch. Yeah, AJ can punch. He can crack. Ash Ruiz, Martin, Parker, White, you know, Pulev, Povetkin. Now I just named 6 fucking names, and all those guys that I just named were all champions. What movies are you most excited for this year? I can't wait for Halloween Kills, Space Jam 2, and Godzilla vs. King Kong. Man, I'm not really sure. Man, really, I'm into really TV series now, which I was a big movie buff. Uh, I don't know. I mean, a lot of stuff that I hear about, it's different when you're in the industry because like certain things don't excite you like it used to. Because either if you know some people that worked on it, that's cool. But then it's like if you were up for it and then you either had it or were about to get it and you didn't get it, but it's cool too because I don't really like watching stuff that I'm in. So it's like people are like, man, I watched it 100 times. I watched it once. You know what I mean? I'm not supporting Wilder until he fights 3 top 10 fighters as of today. Well, Rick Childs, how many heavyweights do you have left? You can't say Miller. He's out. He's under suspension. Ruiz don't want to fight anyone until he can prove himself to Eddie Reynoso. He needs a tune-up fight, so he's out. Dillian White's fighting Povetkin right now in a rematch where he got knocked the fuck out. So who else really is it? Joe Joyce is waiting for his spot with Usyk. Okay. On the IBF side, you have Charles Martin. He's the number one. I mean, that's a top guy right there, Charles Martin. Despite him being lost. See, here's my thing. You can't have it both ways when you're talking about fighting. You can't say, oh, well, Wilder ain't fought nobody. He hit body. We need him to fight this guy. Well, that guy's not available. Well, he needs to fight that guy. Well, that guy's not available. He doesn't want to fight him. And so you can't say, well, hey, he hasn't fought these guys where there's a guy, Charles Martin. He is the guy to fight right now. There's no politics. They're both with PBC. They're both former champions, regardless of the time frame. They're both former champions. You know, Charles Martin is a good student of Manny Robles now. He's doing good. He took out Jarrell Washington. People might say, who the fuck is Jarrell Washington? He got knocked out by Wilder. Okay, he also knocked out Helenius. Helenius knocked out Kalnaki. That's how it works. That's why there's no guarantee on a definite winner just because of who you beat. That's all. People, you guys have to understand that. Each and every time 2 new fresh fighters get into the ring, there's no guaranteed outcome. None at all. It just bases on the style and the conditioning and how these guys match together. Those are factors to conditioning because you can get tired, but you know those styles of those guys, the height, the arm length, you know, a lot of these things, the exchanges, what takes place in the fight. Let's hit the like button. I would like Wilder to fight Dillian White. Yeah, I would too. But then here's the thing. White has his guy already. The guy, he's been beaten twice. He was knocked out 2 times. At least look at it this way. At least White has the opportunity to avenge one of his losses. He's going to still be after AJ until he fights him again. And then that will be a reckoning for that day to come. However, he has the opportunity right now to fight Povetkin. Povetkin knocked him out cold. You guys understand that? That wasn't a Wilder defeat. That wasn't a Joshua defeat. That was a knockout where he was off his feet. He needs to come back and run that back. They talked to Stallone before that fight. Have you booked your ticket for Saudi Arabia for the Fury fight? No, I have not. I don't even know if it's going to be in Fury. I mean, Saudi Arabia. 6'2", dark 1234G. 6'2". Are you going to the Joshua and Fury fight? Maybe not. Maybe not. Hafsa Hafi. Happy New Year, Kurt. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. I hope all is well. Okay, Jim, have you checked the bookies? Okay, you're talking to Jim. I agree with what you said about the PBC wants to do it. I just think that's the only route he has. Well, he could fight the winner out of Povetkin and White. Even if Povetkin beats White, if he fights Povetkin, he ain't have no problem fucking fighting Ortiz. So, you know what I'm saying? So if Wilder fights Povetkin, cool. I think it should. I think it should be this way: Wilder, Charles Barton fight. White, Povetkin fight. Those winners fight each other, whoever they are. So then Povetkin can end up fighting Martin. And whoever wins out of those two will, first of all, they will become the WBC interim champion on top of the IBF #1 ranked fighter for the mandatory spot. So they're in two very good places. And it doesn't matter anyway. That's just a guy with a double opportunity. That's what that means. So you have, okay, let's say Wilder beats Charles Martin, and then Dillian White beats Povetkin. Dillian White, Deontay Wilder, they fight for a two-way street. The WBC interim, which puts you right there, so you're waiting. You're just waiting for the winner of the saga between Joshua Fury, the mega fight. Or, same shit, IBF, #1. You know they don't play, so you're waiting for the outcome of the super fight once again. So it looks good. It's still very good for both fighters all the way through. You know, so I think that should happen. And I think that's why do you think Dillian White's trying to get that fight back with Povetkin? He's trying to get that fight back with Povetkin because he knows what it holds. It holds the keys to the future of the heavyweight undisputed championship crown. That's if, because here's my thing. Let's look at the winner outcome. If Joshua beats Fury, I think Joshua's going to still keep fighting. Now, if Fury, based on what we've seen before, if Fury beats Joshua twice, Fury will retire and he will never come back. He will do some WWE stuff, but I don't think he'll ever come back. Let's hit that like button. You know why? Because of his track record. He's done it before. He's decided to get out of the sport of boxing, just partying, and he could do that again. You know what I mean? You know, I just think at the time he just completed everything that he wanted to do as a fighter, and nothing really completed him after that, and that causes people to kind of lose ambition or motivation. And I think that's what happened to Tyson Fury in a nutshell. Now all that other stuff with the Nadrolone and the Coke and the hose and the whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know about all that. You know what I mean? I just think that was one of the things that he started doing when he lost motivation.
Go ahead.
But I think that Tyson Fury is a guy that I think he gets bored with stuff quick. You know, I think he gets like, okay, I want this, I want it, I want the heavyweight division. Look, and he doesn't even really look at it like that. And on top of that, he's fought longer than Joshua. He's been around longer. So that's another factor you need to think about. Whereas if Joshua wins, it'll be better for the sport because then everybody will be after Joshua. Everyone. And if the people that say they want to be champs aren't, you'll know it. So in other words, if Deontay Wilder ends up beating White and gets the WBC interim championship, which is the clone belt that he already had with the WBC Super, then he's the IBF #1 ranked contender. If he goes and tries to fight anyone else but Joshua, he's ducking. You know. Funny how AJ will smoke Fury with all these angles, but what happened with Pulev for 9 rounds? These AJ fans are hilarious. Now AH beats Fury easily. Who is AH? Who the hell is that? $65-35 Fury wins. Yes, AJ has a chance. Obviously, I don't follow narrative, just my honest opinion. That's what it's about. Kurt, you're gonna watch McGregor versus? Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'll probably cover it on my other channel. I covered on my other channel. You know, my other channel got shut down too, like PBC, Fox. It was just like the ring announcer. It was no music or anything. It was just a ring announcer saying something, and they shut my shit down. AJ still has demons in his head. That was clear in his last fight. Well, he has to shake them off. But then again, here's the thing. I think the demons, which represents, the spirit of fear a lot of times, the spirit of uncertainty. I think that helps a fighter because a lot of people, there's a certain saying a person without fear is a fool. I look at the fighters that have been knocked out cold before. I look at Manny Pacquiao. I look at Marco Antonio Barrera, and these guys are great. There's a Hall of Fame great fighters, legends. Marco Antonio Barrera, the babyface assassin. You kidding me? Left hook to the body, putting guys down with that left hook. He was knocked out cold once upon a time, and a lot of people said that same shit about him. Haters don't like being counterpunched. Of course they don't. You know. Um, but I noticed something about both fighters. Manny Pacquiao, same shit. Manny Pacquiao's been knocked out a few times, but Marco Antonio Barrera got knocked out cold by Junior Jones. He fought Junior Jones again and lost to a close decision. However, that made Marco Antonio Barrera realize that he wasn't invincible, that he could get his block knocked off, and that's what happened. However, that made him more of a smart fighter. Instead of running in with his head down, with his eyes closed, throwing left hook to the body, he was working on jabs and setting up the left hook to the body, following the jab with the right hand, left hook upstairs, then followed to the body. You know, Marco Antonio Barrera was a reinvented fighter after that knockout. I think he really beat Eric Morales 3 times. I think he did. I think actually the third fight could have been a draw, but the first fight definitely wasn't. It was an action-packed fight and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, I think Barrera did it. But Barrera was a different fighter. He was a totally different fighter. He reinvented himself. And it was because he got knocked out. That may be the same for Joshua. Joshua just thought, hey, I could get rocked, but I can't be stopped. Well, obviously he can, based on the politics of the sport. That's how he went out. But it was actually quite embarrassing. I mean, he felt like, dude, you dropped to the ground twice. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was probably the best thing for the ref. Like, yo, let me save this guy's ass because this fucking little Mexican dude keeps swinging and beating him. He might kill him. And that would be so lopsided and awkward looking to see a little short guy like that kill a big, tall, Colossus, giant, Goliath looking motherfucker. Neil Palmer, AJ won't fear Fury's punching power as we see in his last couple of bouts, and we will see a more aggressive Joshua 50-50 in my opinion. Appreciate your super chat, brother. Fury AJ. People always talk about what AJ rather, how is he going to be? How is AJ going to take punches and stuff like that? Look, AJ and Fury, they've shared a ring together. They've sparred together. Sparring is fighting. You can't tell me it's not. Nobody can tell me that it's not. Somebody punches you in the face, it doesn't matter if you got headgear on. It might help a little. Hell, it might hurt a little. You know? Because Tyson said I almost got knocked out in sparring. Why do you think Golovkin-Canelo was so good? Why do you think Canelo decided to fight Golovkin the way he fought Golovkin? Stavern will fight in the Char versus Trevor undercard. Damn. He's still around. He must need money. Damn Stavern. Fucking with Don King. Only in America, baby. Give me your money. Jim McDonald, brother. Peace out. Have a good day, bro. Yeah, I thought it's Stavern. Yeah, Brandon. I thought Stavern retired too. Fury went to give him a quick lesson, but backfired. My money will be on Joshua. Fury will faint, slip side to side. Joshua will catch up with him, knock him out. Yes, against the fighter called Lovejoy. Can't make that shit up. Fucking Bermain Stavern. I hope he gets some bread. About, he'll probably make about $70,000, $80,000. You should look at it. The Jim is a character from Coronation Street, Kurt. I don't know what Coronation Street is. You think Fury Klitschko is going to be the same outcome as Fury Joshua? Nope. Joshua fights you, bro. No, against that guy that will supposed to. Because Joshua's going to fight. He's not going to sit there and let Fury do a bunch of shit. And I don't know why in the hell people. So you know what the biggest trick is in boxing? Perception. See, Wilder kept that belt for a very long time. 5 years, 10 title defenses. That's a successful reign, mind you. But also, the opposition of people that he fought, the only two dangerous, really it wasn't supposed to be two dangerous people. It was supposed to be one. It was supposed to have been Ortiz. And if the money got better, it was supposed to be Joshua. However, the money couldn't get better in the mind of Team Joshua because Deontay Wilder didn't do what he's supposed to have done. Now, here's the problem. Wilder fought Fury to a draw. Everybody thought Fury won. Okay? Right? So, if everybody thought Fury won, then he fights and beats the piss out of him again. You call him the best fighter ever. How is that? Who has Tyson Fury fought? Did he fight right in between that? I mean, if you want to get to the nitty gritty, I mean, Wilder fought better fighters than fucking Fury did. Think about it. Put it this way. Tom Schwartz, Otto Wallin, Dominic Breazeale, and Luis Ortiz. You see what I'm saying? Dominic Breazeale was only once beaten. So was Ortiz by him. So he fought Ortiz again. WDE, what's up, Kurt? AJ nails Fury to the canvas with 6 feet inch nails. To this day. WDE, appreciate the super chat, brother. Charlie Torre, greetings. How would you see AJ versus Wilder going now that they tasted humble pie? The same way they were going to fight the first time. I think they'll be more cautious. I think Wilder will be Wilder and Joshua will be Joshua. See, what people don't understand about Joshua said what he was going to do to Wilder anyway. He would knock Wilder out in 6 rounds. And then I think that Joshua could knock him out. He has the tools. But I think the same way. I think that hold on a second. I think that Joshua has the tools to beat Deontay Wilder, but at the same time, I think Wilder can knock out anybody. He just has to watch the right hand. And see, with the worst thing that anybody could ever do, and I think this has happened many times with fighters that fought Wilder. They got in there and they seen how basic he was and let off the gas. Like, you know what, I got this motherfucker. Okay, look at Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz went in there to fight Wilder, and he's seen how easy it was to hit. He's seen when he engages Wilder and Wilder's not prepared for the attack, he just balls up. That's basic. That's a basic mind. That's the most basic shit you could ever do. You don't move your head side to side. You don't counter because you don't know it's coming. You just block. Wilder does that shit damn near 85% of the time. Watch his fights. When someone's attacking Wilder, he doesn't fight back. He draws up, balls up. In my opinion on Joshua, he has finished by his corner round 4, just my honest opinion. But see, he just has to watch that incoming, because Wilder's looking for that one shot. That's all he does. He spams that one punch. That's all he's a right-handed spamming cat. And he's going to try to get him out of there. That's all he's going to try to do. Can he do it? I mean, can he land a punch? That's the only thing about Wilder. The excitement is, can Wilder land a right hand? That's all. It ain't how good he can box, because he's not really all that good of a boxer. And if he is, he doesn't practice it anymore because he's too set in his ways by this time. He ain't trying to learn shit. That's why I feel he didn't like Mark Breland anyway, because Mark Breland was trying to get him to mix it up, and he didn't want to mix it up. He wanted to listen to JD's talk about how fucking strong his right hand was. That's all it was. So you had two different fighters, two different trainers. One trainer trying to get him to actually do shit that boxers do. Then another trainer is like a fucking cheerleader slash coach slash manager that's trying to tell him some feel good shit. Fury showed it you. Joshua can end anyone on his day, but Fury is going to make Joshua look amateur honest. Hey, we got to see. Well, let me ask you a question. Did he make Otto Wallin look amateurish? I mean, we are talking about a fucking gold Olympian. Just asking a question. Andre Rodriguez, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. They did a hell of a job. Otto Wallin did a very good job in that fight. I thought Tyson won. Don't get me wrong. I think Judge Tyson beat him, but Tyson looked like he was overtrained though in that fight too, for the record. But McGregor versus Dustin. I'm not sure. I flip a coin on that fight because I don't know what type of fight McGregor's in, but McGregor better win. See, McGregor's jumping platforms, people. So his popularity lies with what fight or what sport that he's in right now, because if he loses to this cat, that Manny Pacquiao deal's out of the, because it's going to be distracted. It's going to go to a screeching halt. Might be good too. Everybody wants to jump and fight McGregor just because Mayweather did it. Yeah, I think I did one on AJ and Fury already, but I'll do another one, though, because people change their minds as time gets closer, especially if the fight really actually can, it gets made. You all moan too much. AJ comes forward early on in a fight, got tagged and wobbled, that if he sits back You all moan, he is poor fighter. No pleasing some hermits. Alan Lawson. Wow. Great counterpunch. Because a lot of people, that's absolutely right. I mean, he well in June of 2019, he came in there trying to do too much too fast, overzealous, and got caught. When he stopped doing that, people said he's not the same. There's demons. But I mean, if there are demons, the demons are helping him because they're making him more smart because he's experienced shit that he didn't like. He didn't like getting cracked with a left hook and hit dead on that pressure point. You know, that pressure point, he got hit right here. This shit here, look, guys, I want you to follow up where your temple is. Like right now. Just follow up where your temple is. So here's your temple area. Come right here and come up. And look, and it's like come up an inch right here. Okay? Just right here. And move that around. Move that around. That's where Andy hit him. Right above the ear. Fury is the most overrated heavyweight I have seen. Bringing the fight to AJ would be the dumbest thing Fury could do. Yeah, he would have to box and show AJ how good he is at boxing if he can outbox AJ. You know, but a lot of people underestimate AJ because what it is, I think they look at his physicality and they think like, oh, well, he's just all about the gym and showing, you know, the Timothy Bradley way. Because they said the same thing about Timothy Bradley. AJ is evolved. He is elite. People say Fury would get up and Andy Ruiz doesn't get knocked out. How many shots can you take in your career? I don't know. A lot of times the worst punches that hit you don't knock you out. They just damage your cerebral. They make you that way. It ain't the punches that knocked you out, it's the punches that you took are the punches that give you damage. A lot of people don't think of it like that. A lot of people look at it as like, oh man, that punch that dropped him, that's the really punch. No, that's the punch that just dropped him to the canvas. Okay, but the punches that really hurt him are the punches that he was resisting. He was resisting going to the floor, going to the canvas. You do guys remember, understand that boxing is like a psychological sport too. A lot of people get hurt. You can't let that other fighter know you get hurt. Anybody can hurt anybody who can't fight. AJ, Cuz Fury, Mui, prediction, respect, Kurt, bless. Eric Watkins. Oh, it's the punches you don't see too. That's true. Everyone press like on the video. Get this man more visibility. Yeah, let's hit that like button. We got 130 people plus on here. Let's hit that like button. Let's get 100 likes. AJ will KO Fury in the later rounds due to his combinations. Fury will get reckless and AJ will catch him with a lethal shot. That fight can go either way. It just depends on who can execute the game plan. Sami Ali, counterpunch to you. What do you think about Stavern versus Chisora? I think it's a horrible fight. You know, because Stavern really hasn't really showed me. He's heavy-handed, but he hasn't showed me anything else but that. I read an article by the World Boxing News yesterday saying 2023 will be the earliest for Wilder to get another title shot. 23? Maybe late 22, mid 22. I don't know about 23 though. They tried to take my belt. They took my belt. Head over body, that's right. What if Joshua knocks out Fury with a body shot? Do you think Povetkin can knock out White again? Pete Martin, yes I do. I mean, it's one shot. You mean anybody can land one shot. Yeah. Bobby James. Fury easily outboxes Joshua. Joshua has to jump straight on Fury early and land big, because if Fury gets into a rhythm, it will be a schooling for Joshua. So I like hearing stuff like that, because that just shows you what you feel these fighters are advanced in. What are these fighters good at? Tyson Fury can box. Yeah, he can box. He's a good boxer. He keeps the feints in your face, if not the jab. He didn't do that with Wilder because he felt. But let me tell you something. Wilder ain't gonna come at you with a bunch of punches, so he knew he didn't have to jab Wilder like that. You know, he was looking for the jab that Wilder threw, just to slip the right hand. Because you see the jab, okay, slip, right hand's going to throw. Because Wilder's going to throw it. He's either going to throw it or he's going to ball up. It's very, very simple. He's a simple fighter. But my thing is, okay, you're giving Tyson Fury like, oh, the best fighter in the world. Okay, well, I mean, you dethroned the fighter, and you dethroned the last fighter 5 years ago. I mean, shit, how much credit do you really want? You didn't defend anything. You know what I mean? You never defended a belt in your life. That's the problem about Fury.
Hey, Joel. Hey, yeah. You still here? Yeah. Copy that. When you get a chance, I'll catch up with you or call me back.
Karma.
Copy. I'll give you a shot here in a second.
AJ Fury will probably be a trilogy. So 2003 seems. It might be. But understand, Wilder had it coming. I mean, he wanted to fuck around with Fury, trying to duck Joshua. Didn't want to duck Joshua. Blamed it on Eddie Hearn. I don't like Eddie Hearn. He milking Annabelle. He just milking Annabelle. And come to find out, fuck, Annabelle was offering you more fucking milk than you ever drank in your whole entire life. That's the craziest thing about it. Fury has been through more than most boxers in his life, though. Okay? Ricky, the Tool, not seeing this much excitement about a fight in years. It's going to be a fight. I'm ready to happen, honestly, because we've been talking about this shit for, 6 months, 7 months? I don't think Fury beats Ortiz. Wow. See, Ortiz needs to get out. That's why I was so upset. I didn't want to see Povetkin fight White again. I honestly don't. I wanted to see White fight Ortiz. Fight Ortiz. Ortiz is coming off a fucking dive win. He got beat by Wilder after beating Wilder all the rounds, except the round he got knocked out in. He fights Christian Hammer and Travis Kaufman and, these guys. And they were okay. Christian Hammer gave him a pretty good fight, honestly. But Ortiz, yeah, he definitely needs to fight these guys. Put him in there. Don't do him like that, But Al Heyman, I think it's, as long as they have a fighter credible, they don't want the fighter that beat him they don't want that beaten fighter too damaged, because it makes the fighter that you're still trying to promote that took a loss look bad, like Wilder. See, if somebody goes out there, let's say White fights Ortiz, White just dismantles Ortiz. Everybody's going to call Ortiz a bum, and then guess what? What would that mean for Wilder? Absolutely nothing. Because at that point, all he's actually done was tied with Tyson Fury once and knocked out Dominic Breazeale. which ain't shit. That's what's going to happen. That's why handlers know what they're doing. No Filter Boxing News. Appreciate your super chat, brother. Ortiz really only been beat by the KO right of Wilder. He a dog. I want to see how big of a dog he is. I'm going to see how much fight is in that dog. Come on, let's hit that like button. That's right. Let's get those likes up. We got 93 likes. Let's hit the like button. We should have 35 more likes for the guys that haven't hit the like button. Where would you like to see the AJ fight take place? Doesn't like it will be in the UK. Pete Martin, I have some, look, I'm going to do a video this weekend because this is the last work day for me for this week. And I have a lot of catching up on videos to do. And I have some very interesting reasons why that it shouldn't be in the UK. I'm not saying anything. I will just break it down in the video. But just know I have a very, very interesting, by many sources, not just one, not just two or three. No, by many sources on why it shouldn't be in the UK. Ruzuskas, Kurt, where do you work? As I've seen you driving around for years and always wondered, my brother. If you see me driving around for years, that don't mean I was here. That means I was going somewhere, like on location or something like that. But this particular one, I work transportation for a film company on top of stunts and stuff. You know, but this particular show, I work for transportation. Kurt, I try to get former trainer of Tyson Fury, Asgar Tahir, on your show. That'll be a laugh. He's my friend. Okay. Halim, yeah, inbox me on Instagram. We'll set it up. Then they can summon up that old narrative. Yeah, I mean, just Ortiz. Because, see, people know if Ortiz loses, Wilder loses. You understand that, right? If Ortiz loses, Wilder loses. That's Wilder's foundation. I beat Ortiz when nobody wanted to fight Ortiz. But then there was a point of time he didn't want to fight Ortiz. The Joe Show. Appreciate your super chat donation, brother. Another great commentary by Kurt. Outstanding. Appreciate you. White versus Wilder for the WBC interim, assuming White beats Povetkin. Yeah, that would be the fight to happen. And see, Wilder can hope Fury beats Joshua so he can, I want Fury. You can duck me, but you either give up the belt or you fight me next. Don't wait, make the date. I took through everything. I whooped White. I took down Usyk. I did everything just for you. Fight me again. And I'll show you who will win. Don't wait. Make the date. What's wrong, Fury? I bet you retire like a coward. Gypsy all shitty. Fuck him. Oh, man. He's talking shit. If I'm Ortiz, I would fight other older guys for Pulev. Go for Pulev. Win over him would be great. The Povetkin, even if White wins, because if he wins on the first time, maybe looks good against Pulev. I don't know what Ortiz's team is doing. I mean, I think they've gotten better, I feel. Because, you know, I mean, you look how fast they immediately responded. You know. I mean, you look, imagine Deontay Wilder trolling Tyson Fury like like Shannon the Cannon trolled Vlad. Wouldn't that be some funny shit? Now I'm over here to your gypsy land. Open the damn door. You gonna fight me tomorrow. You gonna fight me sometime. I am the Bronze Bomber. I was cheated. I know you got your gloves. That's why your damn trainer don't want everybody to see them. I want to fight you next. I want Fury. Fury somewhere just singing, yeah, I'm having a good drink with my boys. Oh, shit, here's Deontay. Fuck all that drinking, that pint shit. Come fight me. Fuck your Irish breakfast. Fuck you. Fight me. I'm the WBC interim champion.
Hey, Cody, what's the 20?
King Kong Ortiz, Godzilla AJ.
Ooh, that's not a good spot.
Luis Ortiz couldn't win a British title.
He doesn't see. Oh, nice.
I mean, but who did he lose to in the UK though? He fought Malik Scott and he knocked out little Dave Allen. Knocked him the fuck out. Wilder got obliterate his next opponent. Yeah. Exterminate, terminate. Sound like Mr. No, that's not Mr. T. Mr. T, I pity the fool. You want to fight me, chump? Let's fight, bad boy. What you gonna do? Oh, I see your little pretty lady over there. Yeah, if you come back to my house tonight, I'll show you what a real man does. Now that's his daddy. Cause there was rumored that Deontay Wilder was supposed to be in Creed 3. Scenes when AJ ices Lennox ringside. That would be fucked up if like he beats Tyson Fury and Lennox Lewis is there, and he just takes a big stab at fucking Lennox Lewis. For Lennox Lewis, everybody, Lennox Lewis is a clown. You're still a fucking clown. Now look at me now. Look at you. I'm undisputed. People love me. They didn't love you, Lennox. You're a clown. Clubber Lang. I won't be beat. I can't be beat. What do you predict for the fight? Pain. Oh, man. Martin might pull off that upset. Wilder might just regret underestimating. Oh, man. I walk this earth like God. He might come over there. Man, I'm telling you. Look, when I seen Charles Martin, I didn't know how good he was. I seen that fight with him fighting. Let me look this up because it's bothering me because I'm supposed to know this fighter's name. Excuse me, guys. I'm looking this up real quick.
All right.
All right. Well, Charles Martin is 34 years of age. Kurt, you should hour-long impersonations of video boxes. Prime Lewis versus Mao. Okay, he was beaten by it was Glaskov. Yacheslav Glaskov. That's the guy that had that fucking TKO. It was a weird injury shit, and he won the IBF because of that. The vacant, understand that, the vacant. So Glaskov hurt his leg of some weird, bizarre shit. But then you didn't really get a good feel of Charles Martin, did you? Do you have respect for Charles Martin as a top heavyweight? Sure, I do. I mean, look, I think the story is going to work out like this. We've seen Manny Robles. We've seen his potential. We've seen the way he treats his fighters. We've seen the way he trains his fighters. He's a top trainer. See, here's the thing. You are just as good as your trainer and vice versa. Your trainer, he can only do work with a fighter that's good, but only work with a fighter that's willing to work. Archibald. It's a shame Joe Parker is the forgotten man at heavyweight. Yeah, he is. He's like, he got that money and just kind of stayed recluse. He kind of pretty much did like a fucking David Tua without the knockout power. I like Joseph Parker though. He should have fought that Chisora fight. I think that really hurt him though. When he didn't fight Chisora, I think that hurt him. Parker lost 2 fights and he went into oblivion. Yeah, he lost to White, then he lost to it was a good fight though with White. I mean, he dropped White too. And then see, that's another thing. You had to really observe White's condition. Uncle Arthur, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you from the UK. Junior Fa next man. He has to knock out Junior Fa. Because Junior Fa's been known. He's been sparring with Wilder. You know, he was sparring with Wilder, so his name got out there when all that shit came, you know. Basically like Joey DeWaco. Remember Joey DeWaco? Joey DeWaco actually got a title shot. He got it. He got his position. He fought Frank Sanchez. Frank Sanchez just boxed him all night.
This is LaFonda. I'm heading out.
You still celebrating Christmas? Why I ask? Cause you still got Christmas tree in your inside your whip. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, I don't know what that means. I do. A friend of mine used to quote Apollo Creed: if he asked you to do something and you said, I will do it tomorrow, there is no tomorrow. Yeah, that's true. There is no tomorrow, Balboa. What's the matter with you? Come on, Balboa. Balboa was... Come on, Rock. That's how he said it. Come on, Rock. What's the matter with you? Fucking Balboa had to tell, he had to be real with him, you know what I mean? I'm afraid. Okay? I'm afraid. He's afraid of fucking Clubber Lang, man. Clubber Lang was a bad dude, man. Clubber Lang was fucking kicking ass wherever he went. You ducked me, Balboa. You've been ducking me from day one. The dent in Wilder's head is a bullseye target, I guess. Charles Martin can't KO Wilder. I don't know about that shit. I bet you he can. And if he fucking does, that's going to change the dynamic. Bye-bye Wilder. People are going to stop talking about him. Because Charles Martin knocks his ass out, people are going to start talking about it. And it really won't matter because, see, Charles Martin was already beaten by Joshua. You see what I'm saying? So it really won't matter. That's the same if Dominic Breazeale, if he would have beat Deontay Wilder. It would have been the same effect. People would have been like, well, damn, that's the dude Joshua fucking iced in the UK. You know what I'm saying? And now he fucked over Wilder. That makes Joshua look better. You see what I'm saying? The first 4 Rocky movies were legendary. Yeah, they were. I didn't really care for 5 as much at the beginning when I saw it. I saw it with my father at the movie theater back in 1990 when it came out. And I think I watched the movies before then, like the first 4, and then I saw that everything was different. It didn't have that it didn't have that Philly feel to it. It had like a 1990, you know, go for it, go for it. You know, it's like I don't know if I'm liking this right now. But then I saw it again and I was okay with it because it was much later on in life. And then the 90s were gone, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, well, shit. I guess it's okay. You know, and another thing you got to think about too, about Rocky 5, is Sage Stallone was actually Stallone's son in the movie. So, J_Matt Kid 7, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Ali knocked people out and he didn't hit hard. There you go. No, he didn't hit hard like most people hit hard, or the reputation of hitting hard. See, that's what people don't understand. You might get a reputation. Like Wilder has a reputation of knocking people out. You know what I'm saying? Wilder needs to redeem himself. Yeah, he does. D. Hodges, what's up, Counterpunch Boxing in the chat? The LDBC salute family. Well, welcome over here, D. Hodges. Welcome back to the chat, bro. Slotello presents Michael Myers is the GOAT horror villain. Yeah, he does have that kind of crazy ass look, that old pale ass mask. I think Martin will get KO'd, but I think Ruiz could beat Wilder. Maybe. Andre Rodriguez, Burt Cooper, McCall, Michael Moore, Razor Ruddock, Ray Mercer, Herbie Hyde, Akinwande, Akabarabuchi, Tua, Galata, Bruno, Douglas. The 90s were awesome. Yeah, you had some bad boys in the 90s, man. You had some bad boys in the 90s. Imran Nias, love from the UK. Counterpunch to you. Wilder could fully focus, redeem himself by destroying Usyk. Yeah. You can't compare any of this crop to Ali. Disrespectful. I was just talking about his punching power. The power that he didn't supposed to have, but he was knocking out George Foreman. You know what I mean? Making fucking Joe Frazier quit on the stool. But you gotta understand, Joe Frazier could have died that night. Kurt, do you remember Super Brian Nelson from Denmark? No, I don't. Barton is Brazil all over again. Damn. Wilder's like the Tin Man with those arms. Well, those arms knocked out a lot of fucking people. Pinhead is the foe. Oh wow. Yeah, Pinhead was kind of scary.
Hey, Ricardo.
Wilder is Trump of boxing. Damn.
They got him spaced out that way for a reason. Sorry.
Am I intrigued by serial killer documentaries? Not really. I mean, because what was the guy's name? Was it Ted Bundy? The guy, he used to kill people, make love to them, and kill the women and stuff like that. I never understood that. Like, I never understood, like, really just killing anybody, but then, like, why would you kill a beautiful woman? Like, leave her be, let her marry somebody and be with them, or why would you, like, I don't get it. It's just, like, that's like some evil shit. You're beautiful. I want to make love to you and kill you. Like, what the fuck? What? Crazy. Netflix has a new serial killer documentary called The Night Talker, and it's awesome. Okay, The Night Talker. Yeah, I'll check it out. Do you think Spence versus Crawford will ever happen? No, I don't. And when it does, it won't fucking matter. I mean, I want to be wrong. I want both guys to be undefeated, both guys to be champ. That shit ain't gonna happen. Unless something happens to Bob Arum and then, Terrence Crawford becomes a free agent and all that shit, and and then that's not guaranteed. Hey, you are going to watch the new $1 billion Lord of the Ring TV series, as you were a big fan of the Game of Thrones. No, I don't watch Lord of the Rings, but I'm going to watch the prequel to Game of Thrones. They got another series coming. How did we get on killers? Somebody asked about serial killers on Netflix. I think it was Slotello Presents. Do serial killers intrigue you? Are you intrigued by serial killers? I'm like, what the fuck? Usyk called out Wilder. He did call out Wilder, didn't he? But you remember Usyk said bad things about Wilder in the first place. He said he didn't really necessarily care for Wilder. Okay. I've heard Hellenius will fight Kaunaki again in a couple months. How do you see that fight? It's going the same fucking way. Kaunaki's look, he's going to knock out Kaunaki again. It's just the way it is. Will Kaunaki beat other fighters? Yeah, he can. But will he beat Hellenius? No. Hellenius is going to catch him. He's going to stay back from him. He's going to withstand the onslaught of Kaunaki, and he's going to have enough space and catch him square on the chin again. He's one-dimensional. He's a one-dimensional fighter that throws punching in bunches and comes right up the center line. That's what he does. He has a good target. He knows how to punch you. He knows where. He's a volume puncher. Somebody like Helenius, someone like Wilder will knock his head into the 4th or 5th row. That's it. I said that when he wanted to. I want to fight. I want to fight Wilder. You know what I mean? I want to fight for the WBC belt. You know what I mean? Like, dude, you kind of damn near sounding punchy anyway. You know, I mean, yeah, he's too gung-ho, Marcy D. He is. He's too gung-ho. He's too overzealous. He's too aggressive to throw these punches, to put them together. Now he has good stamina despite what he looks like. He's another Andy Ruiz. But understand, Andy Ruiz has pretty good defense, upper body. And back to Ruiz. Don't worry about Ruiz as far as Al Heyman. He knows where the money is. He wants to fight with AJ. So more than likely he'll fuck around and sign with Eddie Hearn. Why? Not because Eddie Hearn has given him more money, him and AJ, the most in his career. No, that's not the reason, people. Do you know why he would sign with Eddie Hearn now? Because Eddie Hearn signed Canelo. They're all in the same fucking gym. Look at Frank Sanchez, for Christ's sake. Frank Sanchez was a guy that he fought on a PBC card, but then tell me why he just fought on a DAZN card. You see what I'm saying? Benatti, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Appreciate your super chat, bro. I don't know if I can believe the story about Ray Robinson beating a boxer to death. Yeah. Jimmy, let me see. See if I can remember first. It was Jimmy, I want to say Jimmy Ellis for some reason. And Jimmy Ellis. So I was off, yeah. Yeah, Jimmy Ellis. I don't know where the fuck Ellis come from. Jimmy Doyle, he killed Jimmy Doyle. And then here's the premonition. He had a premonition in a dream. He had that in a dream, people. He dreamed that, hey, I dreamed I killed this guy, so therefore I'm not fighting that guy. And they talked him into it. No, that's just a dream. Don't worry about it, Sugar. Don't worry about it, Sugar Ray. It's cool. And he went in there and killed the fucking guy. Poor bastard died. You know, Ray Boom Boom Mancini did that. He did that to a Korean fighter. Is it Boon Joon Kim? A priest told him that he'll be fine if he fights, right? Somebody did. Somebody told him that. And whoever that somebody was persuaded him to fight him. And he shouldn't have done that. So did Ivan Drago. Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Be a good fight. Tank wins. You said you want quesadillas now? Okay. Anthony, Big Kurt, you going to watch Conor tomorrow? Yeah, I'll watch him tomorrow. I'll watch him. I'm going to watch him on my Counterpunch Boxing News Round 2, though. That's what I'm going to do. Because I got to give that channel some traffic, you know what I mean? Yes, he's the actual GOAT, Slotello. Bear really suffered a lot with those two sad events. Yeah, he did. Jogba gets beat by Yoka, Ergovich, Joyce, and Joyce beats them all. I would love to see that. Jogba, they pumped the brakes on him, didn't they? When he got dropped by, what was it? Was that Caballero? Didn't he get dropped by Caballero when he fought him? You don't get notifications, Benatti, this is what y'all want you to do. Unsubscribe, then subscribe again and hit the bell icon. And it should work. I've been meaning to ask you something. Do you think Vlad's admiration for AJ played a part in Vlad paying him too much respect? I don't think so. No, I think Vlad's game plan just didn't work. He should have swarmed AJ and knocked his ass out. That's it. He wanted. See, here's the thing. You guys don't understand about Ukrainian fighters. Ukrainian fighters, they follow game plans to the T. Let me give you an example. Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk was purposely not engaging with Tony Bellew. Even though Tony Bellew was catching him with shots, he was landing, he was pot shotting, he was aggressive, and he was winning a lot of those shots, a lot of those rounds at the first beginning. But the whole idea was Soviet-style boxing. Exactly. The whole idea was to follow the objective, fulfill the objectives. The objectives are the game plans. The game plan was to infiltrate but not engage on Tony Bellew. And Tony Bellew gave him everything he had. And the irony about Tony Bellew said, I want to take him to a deep place. I want to take him in dark waters, a deep place. I'm going to fill him out. I want to see what he's going to do. I want to take his soul and all this shit. And look, my 7/8 round, he gave it all he got. And he didn't have enough left. And he got fucking nailed. But see, Usyk was starting to land too. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. After the fourth round, rounds 5, 6, 7, rounds 5, 6, and 7, he was starting to do that. He was starting to angle those punches, and he was landing. And you could tell that Alexander Usyk, I was admiring the skill set of Usyk, because Usyk, knowing he was dealing with a counterpuncher, but he was able to angle his shots and to land them damn shots. You know, and Bellew started getting caught. And it was so subtle when he caught Bellew. He caught Bellew, then he stunned him, then he knocked him out. He had Bellew land across the fucking ropes like this with his, I'm surprised Bellew got up, but he wasn't in no type of shape to really fight. He was knocked out, bro. You know, but after that, Usyk was all like, critical sense, saying, oh, I need to fucking follow the objective, follow the game. The objective was not to engage in the fourth round. He did that. Back to Vlad. Vlad knew that. Vlad was like, no, I'm not going just because I knocked down Anthony Joshua in the 6th round. I'm not going to get overzealous and me gas out. I'm older than him. I'm wiser than him. This guy hasn't been where I am. I'm going to drag him into deep waters. Then I'm going to take him out. I see he's out of breath. That's okay. Don't overimpose. Don't overimpose. Follow the game plan. Achieve the objectives. The objectives is to bring him into the late rounds and stop this kid. But my question to that is like, well, how fucking far do you want to drag him into? It's already the 11th round. He should have been taken out Joshua like round 8, 9. It took 7, 8, 9, 3 fucking rounds for Joshua to start. Joshua was talking shit, if you seen, but he was lumped up. He looked like fucking Martin, Martin Lawrence in the Martin Show. Remember when Thomas Hearns was the special guest and he went in there fucking with Thomas Hearns? He was all lumped up. That's how Anthony Joshua was looking. He was looking like somebody had, gave him some friendly fire to the face. To the face. Shelton Moore. Wow. Do you think Usyk has a chance against Wilder? Of course he does. Everybody does. Wilder can't fucking box. So if you box Wilder, if you don't get hit, honestly, listen to what Tony Bellew said. And Tony Bellew made more sense than anybody else. And this is before he got knocked out by Usyk. He said, honestly, if I fight Wilder, I will fight Wilder. I can box him for 2, 4, or 5 rounds just to keep him. I can hang with him, but pretty soon he's gonna catch you, and when he catches you, he will register you unconscious. He said that shit. He's gonna catch you. It's just a matter of time. He's gonna catch you, and he will register you unconscious. And I believe that. I mean, that, That's some shit. And then that was the most realest shit you can ever say. He don't like Wilder, but he knows. Usyk can't hack it at the top end of the heavyweight division. Mark Edwards, we will see. Usyk is the Evander Holyfield of today's era. We will see that too. But he will get his opportunity because he goes in there and beats Joyce. Don't get prepared. Don't be surprised what I told you guys. And it's not the fact that Joyce can't fight. It's just that Joyce fighting someone like that. Joyce is he is depending on certain attributes and certain things to transpire. Liverpool. I'm trying, man. But that's how. I'm gonna take him to a dark place. 125, 0 likes is beautiful. Good job, everyone. I know, right? Gina, I don't want to fight no more. Uchina Ali, counterpunch to you. Chain with ice. Usyk ain't no Holyfield. Have you put your throat into it, Kurt? Nah, not really. I'll hear him a couple times, and I can kind of get him by hearing him and stuff. But place some respect on the like button. Man, you know what? It's funny. I used to hear that shit all the time with Baby, and he said, "Put some respect on my name." I didn't know he came there to like fuck with Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne the God's a big Wilder guy. But Charlemagne has, in the past said some shit to rappers and pissed them off. Like Benny Siegel, he pissed off Baby. He said, when you name, you clowns, y'all come here, y'all put some respect on my name. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be clowning me. Y'all, when you talk about, you say my name, you put some respect on it. Jimmy Doyle was killed by Sugar Ray. Yes, he was. Imagine if Wilder called out Usyk. That would be big. I want Usyk. I wanted him at cruiserweight. I could come down and make cruiserweight just to knock him out. If you don't hit the like, Kurt will do his Scottish Liverpool accent. I have a genuine tears laughing here. Oh shit. Usyk Wilder would be embarrassing. Usyk would never get hit. I mean, that would be the way he would win, but it would be bad for Wilder because Usyk would maul him, especially when he gets established with the distance. But look, it's still dangerous for Usyk because Usyk could fall into that trap with Wilder, thinking this motherfucker can't box. He can't box. Haha, he can't. You remember when Luis Ortiz started doing an Ali on his fucking tiptoes? That's how confident he got. That's how he got knocked out both times. He said, "Oh, this ain't shit." Boom! Oh. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde estoy? Fucking drooling and shit. ¿Dónde estoy? Estoy bien. Like somebody fucking gave him. That shit was funny. That shit was funny. He put him in his legs were like in the air, like his legs were up and shit. He was just like, he put him on his fucking back and made his fucking, he kind of like did a rocking chair with his back when Wilder hit him. Wilder caught him with a straight fucking quick right that nobody seen. Because you have to understand, like fucking Ortiz is used to those punches coming wide, so his guard was here, right? And then he just fucking caught him right here, just perfect. And then walked off like a fucking pimp. He walked off like a pimp that just slapped a fucking prostitute or something. That shit was crazy. Bitch. Then walks off. I'm like, damn. And he hit Ortiz. Ortiz was like, that motherfucker was like, I said it. He got up though. I mean, it wasn't a solid. It wasn't like fucking Povetkin, bro. It wasn't like Povetkin White though. To be fair, right? Well, ¿qué pasó? Andre, ¿qué pasó? Silly. Fucking Kenny Bayless is all 1, 2. 3. He's all fucking intense and shit. 4, 5. You know, oh man. It's hard straight punches that are hard to see coming. Yep, that's true. Wilder can't box and doesn't know how to use his reach. That's what I hate about Wilder. He has some reach too. If he knew how to just dance, bam, 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 chop. You know what I mean? Like that motherfucker can box, but the right hand is wicked. Nobody can defeat Wilder. You know, he would be a bad guy to fight and beat, you know. He would be a bad guy, it would be a difficult guy to defeat. I bet if Wilder KOs Martin, even if he's losing every round, I bet he stops and twerks because he twerks this earth like a god. You start doing that shit on the ropes and shit like, what the fuck? Stop! Don't do that shit, dude. You can't unsee that. Stop that. No, I think Usyk can have success right now. I think people are sleeping on Usyk. I really do. Kurt, in the game of inches, Fury was long enough to ride Fury's right hand like Canelo does, but Usyk, man, he is relatively short. I think he will get caught with a right square smash. I don't know. I mean, it only takes one, though, from fucking Wilder. Boom! You know, because, see, when Wilder hits you with those punches, boxing is, you get hit hard enough to fall to knock you straight on your back or your face. No, you're not going to stay there forever, hopefully. But even if you give up, even like the way you go down, a lot of refs can, because of that, your reaction from taking a punch that hard, they could wave the fight off. And a lot of people don't understand. They could just wave that shit off before they even know what kind of condition you're in because of the type of punch that you've taken. Like Danny Jacobs. Look at Danny Jacobs when Dmitry Pitrog caught him with a right hand and knocked him straight on his back. His eyes were open just like Fury. But Robert Byrd was a kind of, you know, he saw the way he went down. He was like, he pushed his ass down. It was fucked up. You know, and I thought that was very wrong. You know, that's why I'm more of a Jack Reese guy than a Robert Byrd guy. See, Wilder in the first Fury fight wanted a referee like Robert Byrd, a kind of guy that would see a type of fight get executed like that and automatically wave off the fight just due to the reaction of the fighter and how the fighter looked on the ground at that particular point in time. So that warrants stopping the fight. You see what I'm saying? So what Wilder was saying was like, normally I hit a motherfucker like that, they don't even get a count. He autographed my fight program and we walked together. Robert, that's cool, man. You met Sugar Ray Robinson? Shit. I love boxing. I do too. Usyk doesn't have the stopping power and most other things in power. He'll have to be on for 12 rounds. That's okay. You see a 12-round fight. It's a more dangerous fight too because he knows that he can be hurt at any given time, but he's still winning rounds, round after round, if he stays in there and weathers the storm with these bigger fighters. I think it's very cool. He knew what he was getting himself into when he went to the fucking heavyweight division. I don't know why people are saying he's not ready. I mean, if he wasn't ready, I don't think he would ever go to the heavyweight division. And on top of that, it's a challenge. And look at the track record of all the other people that went up. I mean, besides fucking Floyd and Manny. I mean, look at what we've seen lately. Kell Brook do it, failed. Oscar De La Hoya tried it, failed. Amir Khan tried it, failed. Mikey Garcia tried it, failed. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. You know, it's one of those things. Shout out from Hollywood, my brother. Zalo Alvarez, counterpunch to you out there at sunny California. The sport that I love, that I hate so much. You fucking right. You know, I'm getting shirts made with that on it because I'm getting to a new brand of shirts. You know, I'm just working on the design, so stay tuned for that shit. You know, 90% of boxers are in the PBC are cowards. Well, they're well-paid, talented fighters that don't have to test their potential because they're not made to. They're just made to look good. Smoke screens. Think if Usyk did dominate division, it would have been a bad effect on boxing. I like the sweet science, but it doesn't get bums on seats. That's true. Look at Erislandy Lara. He boxes a motherfucker 12 rounds. You're here booing and people throwing fucking popcorn and trash cans and beer bottles and shit. All types of stuff in the ring. You know, and fucking Lara don't give two fucks. He'll still... Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Erislandy Lara! Ah! You know, low risk, high reward. That's it. Jay Barrientos. That's it. Así es. Exacto. Charles Edward Cheese. Counterpunch to you, brother. Thank you for the super chat donation. Much love. Much support. Until somebody beats him, Fury is the world champ. Okay. He's the WBC world champion right now. Okay, nothing more, nothing less. He hasn't defended the fucking thing yet. He's going into a unification with AJ. If he beats AJ, that means he's defended his WBC at the same time taking all the other straps. At that point, we can say that Fury is the world champ. At that point and at that point only. Okay? I want to see Martin fully knock out Wilder. I hope he has that mind too. Straightingness. I hope he has that mind too. Why? Because I might be going out on a limb here in a second, but I think Andy Ruiz, Wilder would have been a mistake for boxing. Why? Because it's just something tells me that might have been some rehearsed choreographies type stuff because they were getting along too good at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, something tells me, like, I'm glad Ruiz didn't fight Wilder because it was just, they were just too fucking happy at one point. I mean, am I like, maybe it's just me that I just think about certain things at times, but like, I think certain times they Kurt on vacation but had to take you with me, you shagger. Best life, appreciate you. Thank you very much. Where you at, if you don't mind me asking? Because like something like those, because I haven't seen a PB. Think about it. You haven't seen a PBC heavyweight fight. Look at Luis Ortiz and Alexander Flores. That was a fucking dive. You know. I don't know. I mean, and I think maybe, just maybe, the PBC, like besides like, you know, the welterweights, because, you know, the welterweights are the welterweights. But I think it may be seeing that Malik Scott Wilder fight, it makes you think a lot. It makes you think a lot about it. You know? I think Wilder should fight Joe Joyce or Usyk. I think he should fight all of them. Usyk, Joe Joyce, White, Ruiz, Rivas. See, it's not the thing about talking shit about what a fighter ain't done. It's the thing about seeing what a fighter can do because of what he ain't done. How can he change? How can he show, hey, I'm this man. You guys think I'm this, but I'm actually that. Hopefully the loss will cause him to do more than what he's been doing. Oh, you're in LA. So you're in Louisiana then. What part of Louisiana you're in? What are you, New Orleans? Baton Rouge? Lafayette? Kaboom! I'm going to Kabooms! Miller versus Rivas. That would be a good one. Who is Ruiz fighting next year again? Was there any confirmed? It's supposed to have been Chris Arreola, but I'm not sure now. Because, I mean, that's been a while ago.
Rolling, everybody, rolling.
It hit the jackpot. Yeah, that's what you feel like when you're playing slot machines and that shit hits. No, but it's a blessing all the way in. You're New Orleans. If you like oysters, go to Drago's. That's my spot. It's down. You got one downtown and one in Metairie. I'm trying to go there soon. The WBC has made a decision to add a picture of Floyd Mayweather to all the world title belts. Your thoughts? Why not? He's not fighting anymore. He's not an active fighter. He was never beaten. He fought more world champions than a fucking lot of people. He was a technician in the ring. He was brash. He was cocky. He was confident. You know, he was an asshole. He was a father. He was a good guy. He was misunderstood. He was this. He was that. Sure. Why not? That's Floyd. Floyd is all that I just mentioned. That'd be me. Floyd Money Mayweather. TMT, the money team, hashtag the money team. We burn money. We get money. We burn money. Have you heard anything about Big Baby? I have not. I have not heard anything from Big Baby. I hope he's doing well because, you know, you got to think about it. He ain't fought in fucking 2 years. This dude ain't fought since 19 he got popped. 20 he got popped. So that's 2 years. 19 is the last time he fought. Then it's 2021. He might be fucking doing some power shit up there, selling weight. Selling weight up there with Ghost. No, I want more money, B. I need more money. I gotta eat. I'm starving, B. I'm starving. No, you just flip them half a birds. Let me flip them half a birds, man. I'll bring that money back to you. Whenever they came to the UK, he was getting chased all over the UK. Nice. Halim, man, nice. With his new hair. Yeah, y'all can touch. Don't scratch. It's growing. It's almost ready. It's sprouting like some popcorn. Yeah. We need that guy to trash the boxing world. Canelo on points. Wow. Are any of the girls in your intros your girl or just friends? Some I dated and some are just friends. Yeah. But we're all just friends now. You know? You're right. He was just misunderstood. He was. I mean, he understood what it was. As long as he was with Bob Arum was, you know, pissed all over him. Didn't get him the fights he needed. You know, and understand something about Floyd. If you guys didn't know, backstory, because I like to educate people. He just didn't go to Al Heyman right away. You know, sorted out, Kurt. Pass my number over. He went with Jay Prince after Bob Arum, and that was a fuck up because Jay Prince was a gangster. Yeah, and he went to Floyd and like demanded money, and Floyd was like, "Oh shit, oh shit." Yeah, it was a big fucking mess. You know? Fun. Natural real fun, Slotello. You ever heard of Funk Dubious? What you gonna do when you get your first meal? I'm gonna have some fun. What do you consider fun? Fun. Natural world fun. Everyone complains fighters don't get paid enough today in comparison with the old days, but somehow Canelo have to give full camps to everybody. Intellectual honesty not found. Yeah, Canelo got some money, you know. Counterpunch dating. This is Counterpunch dating news, and I have some new news concerning Vanessa. Mayweather and AJ in the same camp would make AJ unbeatable. Well, it's just the money. It's the money. All the money's over there now. People know where to go. Fun. Natural fun. Oh. There was a rumor about Mayweather and AJ camp. Well, I mean, shit, he might as well be there. He was there talking shit. You know, Floyd was just, I appreciate that pull counter. When I saw it, I knew what it was. And I was thinking, before you even threw it, I was thinking that's what he should do against somebody that does throw the jab, just like Pulev, his name, no disrespect for his name, but when Pulev was throwing that jab, I was saying to my partner, wouldn't I? I was saying to you, AJ, all he needs to do, pull the cab right up, do a pull counter right off the back foot, and he can execute the punch easy, and it worked. And that's what changed the whole narrative of the fight. You might have heard me say it. Other Mayweather impersonations. He's one hell of a fighter, you know, and I think he got that from textbook Mayweather. I remember him back when he came to the Mayweather gym back in 2012. I remember he was there. I remember he was slender, he was tall, he has the same smile. How many people know that Jack Dempsey broke the first $1 million fight? I didn't know that. Well, best life, I don't know. I look at that. I do kind of look at that Kovalev fight kind of cross-eyed, to be honest with you. I mean, that's just me. It just looked kind of fishy to me. I mean, you don't drop your guard when someone hits you, like he just starts staggering and then he got caught flush. Somebody's hitting you, instinctively put your fucking guard up, not like Kovalev did. I'm sorry, I don't know. Unless somebody just knocked the piss out of you, just makes you do a little dance and then gets hit again. I don't know. You know. Superb impression. Do you hear about Canelo's latest duck season? I did not. Who's he ducking? Robert Sorensen, Harry Crabb, knew as he decided not to spar with him at his expenses. Okay. Came in and there was Floyd. Papi chulo, ¿cómo está? Estoy bien, mi amor. ¿Cómo estás contigo? Todo bien. Deseo todo bien. Julian Marian, what's up? Greetings from Romania. Julian, Counterpunch from Romania, bro. That's what's up. There are rumors that Floyd being engaged with the lead dancer of his own strip club, Mayweather. Mayweather denied it. Floyd denied it. Well, we don't really have to get married. I think it's an understanding with all my girls. I take care of them. I treat them nice. They sign an NDA, so it won't be no problems. And I'm not saying that they're gonna pull any slick bullshit. I don't want to pull any slick bullshit on them. Terrell Doc Tall, what's up, brother? Counterpunch, my dude. Counterpunch to you. LWC are not going to be so happy about Canelo signing with Eddie Hearn. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, it seems that Eddie Hearn has persuaded Canelo Alvarez to a 2-fight deal with Matchroom, not with the Zone, but Matchroom, and it seems to be going the way that Eddie Hearn intended it. However, it's only a 2-fight deal, and that's only for this year only. So before people get all out of shape, it's just for 2 terms, which is very is very, very, very serious. Serious good business practices with Team Canelo. And I don't know about the money details, but it hasn't been confirmed that he will be fighting Billy Joe Saunders, because what they're trying to do is keep all the money in-house, and he is part of the franchise platform. So I think Eddie Hearn wants to sign him so he could be a part of that same family inner circle, because Jamal Charlo, he could easily duck Jamal Charlo now being with Team Hearn. It'll make it impossible for the proper fights to be made in the middle or super middleweight division. That being said, Jamal Charlo still remains the fighter that is constantly being ducked by him. Yeah, man. So you know that I see it. I see it going through and fucking through. Yeah, I don't think they'll like that. They got this one little cat though. Ring IQ used to get into it with a lot. He's a little fucking mad motherfucker. I don't like this whole ass nigga. I don't like him. Anthony Joshua don't like him. He messing up undisputed. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude's problem? Like, who the fuck is DBCD, whatever, I don't know. But I mean, he said something about the channel, said I was buying subscribers. What the fuck? You can do that? I didn't know you could buy subscribers. That's dumb. Like, why would you want to do that? You know, makes you look retarded. Can't wait to see Wilder gets broke and asked to join Eddie. Moshin, I don't think he'll ever do that. I think Deontay Wilder is too proud for that type of shit. I never go with the man that milked Annabelle. My eyes can still see, and my ears can still hear. I'll never join Eddie Hearn. He the white devil. He the slave master. His daddy said it himself. They were the slave masters of yesterday. To this day, I won't do this. To this day, I'll become an actor. I'm gonna talk to Sly Stallone. We good friends. I'll be an actor then. I'll do what everybody else do. To this day, I never ask him for nothing. I don't like him anyway. I'm gonna punch him in his face when I see him. To this day, talk about who don't know me. If they know all the other fighters, they know me. Kurt, do you think Andy Ruiz will look good on clenbuterol now he's in Canelo's camp? That's not right. But he probably would get like muscle mass though on the cool. When are you hooking up with ILTBA? We did one this weekend. Me and IOTBA. This is IOTBA 214. And I'm on that bullshit again. And I'm on that bullshit today, right? So I was scrolling through my articles. Oh man, much love to him though, man. Much love to him. No, it was a good podcast because I mean he hit me, he reached out to me. I tried to get Lady Shan on, but she was asleep or some shit, you know. Wilder should fight Fury again. There's Big Kurt in the chat. Jerome Benjamin in the building. When next getting Spencer on the knowledge? Yeah, we could chop it up. We chop it up all the time. Probably this weekend. I want to do probably not Saturday, but Sunday. I try to get interviews in because Sundays are slower. You know, I want to get Teofimo Lopez Sr. in to see what they got going because I reached out to him. He got back with me. Just talked to Dean White. Just hollered at him. So we're gonna get some. I'm gonna have some real quality interviews with you guys. You know. Yeah, because I'm functioning on U.S. time. Well, join the club. Kurt, could you please interview Deontay? Deontay does not want to be interviewed by Kurt DeVille. He'll probably punch me in the fucking face. When I see Kurt, I'm going to punch him in his face. I'm going to give him a Bomb Squad! What's up, Kurt? I think Povetkin. Oh, what's up, Kurt? Okay. Oh, what's up? Okay. I'm like, what's up? Povetkin is dangerous for a British fighter. He is a dangerous fighter. PBC offered Canelo $75 million for 2 fights. Charlo and Plant. Plant, yes. Charlo, no. Charlo and Plant. That's crazy. Shelton Moore, that's $75 million. That's no peanuts. You know? Because see, the whole problem was with Oscar De La Hoya not really being straight with him about how he signed Canelo in the details of how he got paid for this contract with DAZN. But then you got to look at it like this, Shelton. Like, to take $75 million, he lost the. You understand? He lost the court case against DAZN, so he still has to fuck with DAZN. So since he still has to fuck with DAZN, he still has that to deal with. So I think Canelo not taking that 75 million, just off the top of my head, I mean, based off of what you're telling me, because I haven't read anything, but if he still has to fight for DAZN, he's an exclusive DAZN fighter. If he goes and takes a 2-fight deal with PBC, that could put him in the same situation that they put Joshua in if Joshua would have took that $50 million or whatever they were supposed to give him. And you know how they work. The $50 million would have came from the pay-per-view, so they couldn't guarantee him that. They would try to get the money from the pay-per-view, and it would sell. But then he just signed with Sky Sports. Then he has a problem with Sky Sports. So would it been worth $50 million for taking a fight? It wouldn't really be the smartest thing in the world to do. It wasn't like when Wilder had the opportunity to get with DAZN because he was out of contract with Showtime or Fox or PBC, if that makes sense. That was a different situation, whereas we all know that Canelo Alvarez signed a fucking 10-fight or 11-fight deal for 5 years for those amount of fights for $365 million. And it didn't come out in his favor because of the COVID situation, and he wanted the money regardless of the COVID situation. Okay, so that's how you break that down. A lot of people are quick to call Canelo ducking. Maybe Charlo. I think Charlo is a very good fight for Canelo. But then if he has problems with DAZN and he signed with DAZN and he lost the court case to DAZN, he doesn't have a real leg to stand on besides, hey, let me go over here. And then DAZN comes after you knowing that you've already lost to DAZN. Does that make sense then, everybody? I mean, does that make sense? Tris 805. Can you do a Bob Arum saying Deontay Wilder has no case against Fury? Oh, that's easy. But Shelton, I mean, are you still there? I'm not sure if you heard that or what not. I'm telling you, Deontay Wilder and his fucking bald-headed ass manager, Shelly Finkel, they don't have a case against Tyson Fury. That's why they mandated. They could not go for what they knew because they knew their shit was invalid. I'm telling you, I'm a lawyer. I do this shit. They had we found out, we moved on. Tyson Fury said, well, fuck them. We don't have to worry about that. And we're going to another division. I don't like Shelly Finkel. He's a fucking cocksucker.
Hold up.
He looks like a penis. He does look like a penis with glasses. An old wrinkled penis.
Hold up. Hold up. Should be good right there.
Pterodactyl. Wilder is the first boxer to have a part of the face dented, broken in boxing. It wasn't broken. See, that's the fucking problem, Tara. His shit says it's just a dent. That looks like a fucking deformity from birth or something. I don't know. Love smoking weed. I love the hemp. It's some good shit. I've been telling these fucking these anti-liberal motherfuckers for years that it's good for you. I'm fucking 90 years old. Imagine Wilder, Malik, Sconyers having dinner at Romanoff just arrived at the restaurant. Fuck that dude. Don't bring him by here. Don't bring that motherfucker by here. He hit me hard. Don't bring that motherfucker by here, Romanoff, whatever, Romakoff. I hate Trump too. The orange bitch. What? He's a fucking orange. He's from the planet Orange. They just found it in the galaxy. That's where he's from. He's causing ruckus. He's a fucking Martian. Pterodactyl, were you the first? Turtle, Ninja Turtle. Just bought Tyson Fury's latest book. He has a section called Furious Workout. One states, "Good morning, Dulce." I believe that. A big Dulce. You big Dulce! Why is Bob still in boxing? He's like 3,520 years old. I love this shit. And I'm cheap. I can make it work. What the fuck else I'm gonna do? Oh, man. I'm gonna make my own. I'm gonna get with Mike Tyson, and I'm gonna invest in his fucking weed paradise. I'm gonna smoke with him, and we're gonna talk shit on a podcast. That's Kush. That's Kush. Bob should be proud of Crawford. He should be, but he talks shit like he doesn't care. He's costing me money. What a cocksucker. I swear. Bob Arum keep going in what keeps him alive. That's true. You know, honestly, I think Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach would have been deteriorated if it wasn't for the sport of boxing. Him training people, him doing what he does. He's not a religious guy or anything like that. His religion is boxing. So I think he keeps doing that. He works out every morning. He trains. I guess he does it, takes his meds, but that's what keeps him, here. Boxing keeps Freddie Roach here. I want you guys to hear me. That's real. And then he said that. He said that if it wasn't for boxing, I'd probably commit suicide. Guys like Robin Williams. Robin Williams, found out that he committed suicide because he found out he had early stages of Parkinson's, and he didn't want to live his life like that. So it's crazy. Illness is a mother, man. That's why health is the true wealth. Health is the true wealth. You can be rich as shit, wealthy is anybody in this world, but if you're sickly and in a wheelchair, what good does it make? I'd rather be broke and I can walk to work and make a living and be able to do things on my own and have my own stability than to be dependent on someone, and the only reason they're helping me is because I got fucking money. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So, like, real talk about that shit. It's really one of those things where Big Pharma Miller versus Dillian White would be serious, rough trade. The press conference alone would be, what would be Jock Oddsock? That would be good. No, I'm with you. But you know what would be fucking better? Derek Chisora and Jarrell Miller. I see them motherfuckers throwing over chairs, slamming down chairs, tussling, fighting. I see Hasim Rahman, Lennox Lewis 2 all over again. If you want to keep your health, choose a life, not a wife. This old school song, man, that popped in. Somebody was singing it, and I was like, let me look it up. And it's an old school song by Jimmy Soul. I think his name is Jimmy Soul. It's like, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, don't marry a pretty woman to be your wife. And something. Yeah. Get an ugly girl to marry you if you want to be happy for the rest of your life. It's kind of catchy, but you got to know the fucking words. You know, like I bet you Tyson Fury knows them. Come on, if you know the words. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, come on, you big dulcets. Sing it along with me. Because you know if he beats AJ, he's going to sing, right? Get an ugly girl to marry you. Yeah. That's why Paris is ugly. I'm just kidding, babe. Kurt, what does Wilder drive with a tan interior leather? I don't know. Like a fucking... ain't it a motorcycle? Something like that? Just so you tried to threaten my life. I am not. We can do this shit. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong? Like that. I would love that. That would be a great. I think that would be a great if Chisora is still about it. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I think Jarrell Miller might be back in 6 months. Oh, camouflage Rolls Royce. Okay. I need Drake to ring walk with Drake alongside singing. There we go. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman to be your wife. So from my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you. That's it. I was like, okay. Shannon versus Tyson exhibitions. I would love to see that. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. It's my time to shine. It's my time to shine. I'm with Mike, the champ. Me and Mike go to fight. Me and Mike go to fight. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. He be crying and shit. I got this paper, champ. I'm gonna fight somebody I looked up to, champ. And I ain't backing down either, champ. Let's go. Raw lyrics. Yeah. Raw lyrics. It's crazy. It's a tricky song too. And it's funny. Y'all gonna look that shit up too. And it's just funny. It's a cool, catchy. I don't know how when it was in the 50s, 60s. You know, I listened to a lot of that because that's what my mom listened to. Because my mom was a school teacher, and she only listened to oldies. That's why I know all those songs then, from everywhere from the Beatles to Motown, the Abbey Road. I know it all. Rolling Stones, Fifth Dimension, Stevie Wonder. I mean, young Stevie Wonder. You know, Smokey Robinson, James Brown. The Monkees, the Archies, like all of that shit. Chuck Berry, yep, him too. Frank Sinatra, the Rat Pack, absolutely. You know, oldies or goodies. That I knew all those, and then it was like, and I hated it at first. I'm like, dude, listen to fucking. I want to listen to Soul to Soul. Nope, it wasn't no Soul to Soul. Nope, you're gonna listen to Jimmy Soul, not Soul to Soul. I need to find it then. Yeah, look it up on YouTube, you know, after this great live stream. Damn, we've been past 2 hours. Kurt in Compton blasting the Beach Boys. Yeah, the Beach Boys were one. You know the Beach Boys, they stole, not Little Richie, but Chuck Berry's song. They stole Chuck Berry's song. And it was my what was it? My sweet little 16. That was the song that they stole from Chuck Berry, and I think theirs were I forget what it was called. It was a popular song the Beach Boys had too, and oh, Neil Sedaka, yeah, that's cool too. That's some cool shit. That's like a feel good song. Feel laughter in the rain, holding hands in hands with the one you love. Yep. See what I'll do, I'll go to karaoke and get wasted and sing that shit, and and I'll put it on my other YouTube channel and get flagged for it. Seriously, man, I don't give a shit. Julio Iglesias. Oh yeah. That's back in the day. Yeah, now you're talking about it Espanol. Listen to that also. On the other side of La Familia, we had like Celia Cruz was big, Benny Moré, Afro-Cuban All-Stars, a lot of that stuff. DLG was big at the time. Um, Mark Anthony. He had 3 albums in Spanish, and then he did a crossover English album. But yeah, it was good. You still listen to Eazy-E? Hell yeah, everybody listens to Eazy-E. I mean, some of us do, or whatnot. AJ should walk out with Stormzy. Then that would be cool, man. I don't put it past AJ. Now that like Floyd flew over to an Anthony Joshua fight. Yeah, he can sing. Fury can sing. Fury's one of them dudes you want to hang out with. Like he probably one. Him and JD's. I talk shit about JD's, but I bet you in a bar, man, he could raise the bar 2 or 3 times over. Yeah, but Fury, he'll make a party out of just a group of people. All it takes is him singing and shit. Everybody's singing together, having a good time. I thought I was going blind there. Put it in the wrong glasses. No wonder my grandmother can't see. Fury is a cool guy. Floyd went to the fight to get his fan base in England up. I still hang around with Fury when I up in Manchester. That's cool, Halim. White went looking for Stormzy because of that. I think AJ should come out to no music like Mike Tyson. Doom. What the fuck? It's Mike Tyson. Until he hits you. They'll fucking knock your teeth loose over here. I want one solid note. Kurt do a Fury. John Fury impersonation. Yeah, it's just a rougher Tyson Fury. I'll fight Mike Tyson. He's a proper king and a proper challenge. I'll die in the ring. I'm like, dude, chill. I wonder what the hell John Fury does all day. Just like that keeps him that fucking high strung. Yeah. And now seeing, John Fury fight. John Fury would fight Tyson, but John Fury would fight anybody. I mean, but I don't think it would end well for him. Wilder still wakes up in cold sweats behind the Fury ass whooping. I'm cold and sweaty, baby. Just lay down, Wilder. Let me get you a towel. Lay down, Deontay. I'm fucking sweating. The bitch keep hitting me. Oh, man. Love Otis Redding. Cool. What about that big Nigerian heavyweight? Which one? John Fury would fight a brick wall if it had an indirect hit. Surfing Beach Boys. Yeah, it was Surfing Beach Boys. Surfing USA. They got that tempo from Sweet Little 16. Nice. Well, guys, this has been a fantastic live stream. I thank everybody for coming on. I'm about to go eat. It's lunchtime. I may do a late night for TGIF. It's Friday. Everybody stay safe. And everyone on the chat, past, present, or future, has been counterpunched. Peace.